Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Juan the Yarn Addict and I'm on today to show you some brand new yarn I found at Michael's. I'm super excited about this because to me, it feels like it's been forever since they came out with new yarn. I was there to dig through their clearance bins to just see what I could get, and I noticed to the left there was this brand new display. I squirreled, I dropped everything I was doing, I looked over. In fact, it was brand new yarn, so I grabbed a cart, I picked bits and bobs of different colorways, and I rushed home, and here I am in front of the camera showing you all the things. So if any of this is of interest to you, please sit back and enjoy the video. Before we get started, please remember to hit the like button, consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't done so already, and then of course, share the video. I would definitely appreciate the support. So with that, let's jump right on into this. The first of the yarns that I have to share with you is Caron Slice of Anniversary Cake. It's so soft and so squish. I absolutely love this. So this is a super bulky number 6 yarn. The colorway name is Cherry. They are suggesting an 8mm US letter L crochet hook. If you're using knitting needles, it's number 11. This is machine washable and dryable. It's 100% acrylic. This comes in, let's see, 8.8 ounces, 250 grams. It's 285 yards at 260 meters. I do have to tell you, it's slightly thinner, in my opinion, than the variegated colorways of the cakes. So I'm going to compare in just a moment. But to me, first reactions, it's a little on the thin side for a super bulky number 6. In fact, I may actually hook down to a 7mm prim hook or a 6.5 letter K. Anyway, so Cherry is the colorway name, Slice of Anniversary Cake. So I grabbed this solid and I grabbed one other solid yarn, and here it is. The colorway is Golden. And I wonder if the thickness on this is the same. So yeah, the way this feels when I rub the yarn between my fingers, it feels exactly the same, on the thinner side of a super bulky number 6, and they offer, of course, the same exact specifications. So there we have the solids. Now, the variegated colorways, I have 2 of them as well. I have Prismatic here. And this is what it looks like. Prismatic. It looks exactly like the larger ones, except mini-me versions. So let's see here. They offer 285 yards, 260 meters, 8.8 ounces at 250 grams. It is machine washable and dryable, super bulky number 6, and they are also suggesting an 8mm crochet hook for this. So I just want to confirm something. So the specifications are exactly the same between the solids and the variegated colorways. Super, super nice. So I would imagine that they are suggesting that the red go with the prismatic because in the display, they were paired right next to each other. So there's that. The other variegated colorway I have here is called Book Club. Very, very nice. And it does make sense that these were paired together. I can clearly see it right here. These, in fact, would look amazing together. So I think this is amazing because a lot of us have those bigger cakes, and I would imagine they're still going to come out with more of those cakes, and to just have a solid option of that same exact yarn is absolutely amazing. And there's one thing I wanted to check here. So to me, the variegated colorway feels slightly, ever so slightly thicker than the solid. And again, it may be just the cake, but let me check this one. So no, it was that cake. So they all feel exactly the same. So, okay. This one cake feels slightly thicker than the other 3. So I'm just going to go and say, to be safe, that they're all the same. They're not, thicker or thinner. And in terms of the classification being a super bulky number 6, I would go as far as to say that these are on the thinner side of the super bulky number 6 because there are other super bulky number 6 yarns out there that are more full, more plump, and more thick. So, yeah. All right, so those are the slices of anniversary cakes. In the display, there were 4 options of the variegated yarn and 4 options of solid. So feel free to check your local Michaels to see what they have. I believe it's not fully rolled out yet across the country. I'm not exactly sure what your local area may or may not have. I just know that I first saw this today. This is the first time I'm seeing this. So very excited. Now this next yarn I saw just a couple days ago from a member of my Facebook group, JuanTheYarnAddict and Friends. She lives out in the Midwest, and they had these cakes out there, but it wasn't available to me until today. So without further ado, let's jump into this. And I'm very excited about this because if you know anything about me or my channel, I absolutely love variegated yarn. I love it. Okay, so let's jump right into this. We have Caron Smash Cakes. This is so exciting. Look at that. It's got zebra stripes, all the this is so good. I just stood there and I smiled when I saw it. I said, I want to take this entire display out to the car and bring it home. I just want to take every single cake. I want all the cakes. I want all the cakes. Anyway, the colorway name here is called Mixed Up Mint. Mixed Up Mint. Very nice. So this is a medium 4-weight yarn. Let me just take a quick feel here. Let me grab a strand. And it is a nice 4-weight yarn. It feels really nice. It's not thin. It's not an Aran 4. It's perfect. It feels amazing. Yep. So it's a medium 4-weight yarn. They are suggesting a 5.5 millimeter US letter I crochet hook. So I have to tell you that with this thickness, I could very easily just go to a 6 or even a 6.5. It's a really nice 4-weight yarn. And as far as knitting needles are concerned, let's see, US number 8s, 5 millimeter knitting needle. This is machine washable and dryable. It's 100% acrylic, and this comes to you, or comes to us, as an 8-ounce cake, 227 grams, 432 yards at 395 meters. And it's so soft. There's no bite to it. Wow. Very nice. This colorway just makes me smile. And you know what? Green and all the greens, it's not really like my favorite of all the colors out there, but this is great. This is nice. All right, next we have, let's see, Caramel Crunch. So here we have the creams, the browns, the grays, and the blacks, and of course we have the zebra stripe. I think this particular cake is going to be the cake that I work up into a swatch of all the different colorways, because with these cakes here, I would like to make donation blankets to Camp Boggy Creek with these. And I think the kids would absolutely love these colors. But Juan the Yarn Addict would absolutely love this. So this is going to be for Juan. This is going to be for the kids. So I'm going to crochet a swatch up for me in this colorway. Very excited about this. And I'm going to use a 6 millimeter crochet hook for sure, because the yarn is not a thin 4. It's not an overly thick 4. Like I said, it's right down the middle there. If I were to compare the thickness, I would not go as far as to say it was Loops and Thread Soft Classic thick or Premier Basics worsted thickness. It's more Red Heart Super Saver number 4. Yep, it's a perfect 4. Except this is actually softer than Red Heart Super Saver. All right, the next colorway that I have here is Jellyfield, and this is spectacular. I love this colorway. Look at that. It's got the cobalt blue, it's got the mint green, it's got the teal colorway in there. It's got the zebra stripes. This is perfect. Absolutely love all the things about this yarn, and it's very soft and very squishy. I mean, I can't wait to get this on the hook. And again, I think the kids would absolutely love this. I recently released a pattern, and I think that that pattern would work perfectly with this. So this is Nana June's Blessing Blanket. And I think, you know, it works great in an ombre, but how awesome would it look like in this? So stay tuned. I can't wait to get this on the hook. And finally, the last colorway that I have here is called Candyland. What fun is that? That's just so much fun. Wow, we have the fuchsia, the salmon colorway there with the golden and the greens. It has like all the colors. It's great. So much fun. Okay, so from here, I'm going to pause the video. I'm going to crochet a swatch, maybe not a big one, but far enough. And I'm going to show you what this looks like worked up. So I'll be back in just a moment. 1 second. Okay, so I'm back. Before I show you my swatch, I'm going to show you this cake one more time. There you go. Super, super nice. We have creams and browns. We have zebra stripes and the grays. Very, very nice. And the colorway name again is Caramel Crunch, but it's very squishy for a crunchy cake. Anyway, my swatch was worked up with a prim hook, 6mm US letter J. I grouped a bunch of stitches together just to show you the different stitches and how it looks. So this bottom section here, we have 5 rows of double crochet. And then I did a row of windows right here. And then I did 5 rows of half double crochet right there. And then once again, I did a row of windows. Let me get my bunny ear out of the way there. So a row of windows. And then I have 5 rows of single crochet across the top there. So it's a very busy yarn. I enjoyed working this up. The yarn is soft, it is squish. One thing I noticed while working the yarn, there's one section within the color story here that appears to me to be thinner than the rest, and it's this zebra stripe. It could totally be me, but just from working this swatch, every time I came across this zebra stripe, it felt like a thinner 4 than the rest of the color sequence. So these solid colors here are just fine. Very reminiscent of a Red Heart Super Saver type thickness. And so yeah, very, very nice nonetheless. And so I thought to myself, okay, well, because of how busy this yarn is, if I wanted to run a solid yarn with this, what yarn would I work with? So if I were to stick with the Caron label, I would go with Caron 1 pound. Now Caron 1 pound is slightly thicker, but not too thick. I think it would work just fine. And so I chose 2 colorways to run with this. So we have off-white and taupe. And I'm just going to sit this cake right on top here to just show you what I would go with. Now, if I wanted to change it up and maybe take the taupe away, I would trade the taupe in for medium gray mix. It would be a different shade of gray, but it would highlight the gray that's already in the cake. Or I would go with espresso, which is a darker brown. But my top choices are these 2 right here. To really accentuate the darker colors of this yarn, you don't want the project to be too dark or too light, but maybe a mix of both. And I thought since this cake has a lot of darker colors in it, perhaps let's accent this cake with these 2 lighter yarns. Now, if I were to mix labels, I would immediately go to Red Heart Super Saver, and I would go with an Aran colorway, paired that with a latte colorway. But yeah, very, very nice yarn. I had so much fun working this up. And yeah, so I'm trying to think to myself, what would I work this particular project up in? I'm not exactly sure, but I do know that I'm needing to go back to get more of this. I'm going to have to go back and get more because I only have 1 cake of this colorway, and I'm definitely wanting to make myself a project with this. Now, as far as the other colorways are concerned, I automatically know right off the top of my mind, Camp Boggy Creek. So I'm going to be making donation blankets with these cakes right here. So once again, we have Jellyfield. That's gorgeous. Wonderful blue colorways there. Absolutely spectacular. And then we have Candyland. Wow. That's just great. I love that so, so much. Now, I would pair this up with probably a spa blue, because again, we have a lot of dark colorways here. I would brighten everything up with a lighter colorway. So this spa blue or maybe a light blue, that would work beautifully with that. And then as far as this is concerned, I would run goldenrod or a golden colorway with this. I may even veer off and go with a magenta to really make everything pop. Yep, magenta. And then for this one here, for sure, if I were to jump labels, I would go to Big Twist Slime Green. I would run Slime Green with that. Super, super nice. Anyway, I have to tell you, I highly recommend this yarn. It's so much fun, especially if you like variegated yarn. If you like busy yarn like I do, yes, this is definitely something to try out. Right now at my local Michael's, it runs $12.99. However, there are coupons, there are deals and steals. I paid $12.99 minus a 30% off coupon, and then I had a $15 off my purchase coupon. So I didn't really pay the $12.99, which I'm very, very happy about. So again, I highly recommend these. And as far as the slice of anniversary cakes, I recommend the solids. So if you can't get your hands on the big cake, grab yourself a slice. Just get yourself a slice. It's so good. And then as far as these solids are concerned, yes, I highly recommend these. These are great accents to the cakes that are already out there. And what's nice is they have these smaller slices of those bigger cakes for various projects. So the possibilities are endless. So anyway, I definitely approve this yarn. I'm super excited about it, and I cannot wait to get it on the hook. So that is all I have for this video. If you enjoyed this, like I mentioned in the beginning, please hit that like button. Consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't done so already. And then, of course, share the video. So that is all I have for this one. And until the next one, take care. Bye.